Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife, Karina from Venezuela. Karina went through the green card process. She went through the K1 visa process. She's been there and done it, just like you guys are doing it and going to be there soon. Okay? I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice, but I got 10 years experience in processing green cards, K1 visas, spousal visas, tourist visas. Don't ask me about student visas. I got no clue. But I can write a green card package application in my sleep. I can put a K1 visa package together while sitting in a lounge chair. It's easy to do. It's a very easy process. You don't need an immigration attorney to fill out a freaking green card application or a K1 visa application. You don't need an attorney to do this. Okay? It's an easy process. So don't be hiring them unless you really don't know how to do it and you're lazy and you don't want to learn how to do it, or you're scared of the US government. Don't be scared of the US government. They work for us. We don't work for them. We work. They seriously, they work for us. Okay. Number one, don't be scared of the government. Number two, it's an easy process to do. The paperwork is easy. Number three, all you got to do is qualify to be in the for the benefit. And number four, you got to be in a real relationship. Okay. Don't be trying to, put together a K1 visa package and you've only met each other once for the weekend down in Cozumel or wherever, because it ain't going to fly. You got to be in a real relationship with somebody to get a K1 visa approved. Now, if you are a green card holder, a legal permanent resident who lives in the United States, you are not qualified to apply for a K1 visa. You can't do it. You have to be a U.S. citizen. Okay? A K1 visa is only approved if you are a U.S. citizen. You're legally free and able to marry. So, in other words, if you had a divorce, okay, make sure you got certified divorce decree certificates, wherever you live, whatever they call it, wherever you live. If your past relationship was let's suppose you brought somebody here on a K1 visa and didn't work out. You're allowed two K1 visas, okay? Right? I hear our cat scratching at the door. You're allowed two K1 visas. Any more than two, you got to get a waiver from USCIS. When you file your second K1 visa, you become known as a multiple filer, which means you're on your second one. But you're good to go. You can do it. You're allowed to do two, but you got to be legally free and able to marry. You got to be a U.S. citizen. You got to make enough money to support your beneficiary. Okay? You can't have any bad, felonious criminal record. If you meet the criteria, go ahead and fill out the I-129F. It's easy to do. And then you got to put all your evidence together of your relationship. Now, Boogeyman's online. Boogeyman. Hey, Diego, I got a question. Tengo una pregunta that I already asked in the comments. It's kind of confusing because USCIS website says if you are required to submit Form I-693, that you must be submitted. Listen, Boogeyman, let me explain it to you. USCIS is about as confusing. Okay, let's suppose you're taking your PhD dissertation in front of the professor for a degree in astrophysics. That's USCIS. But if you listen to me, I'll explain it to you in simple language that you can understand, and I unconfuse you, and you don't screw up your paperwork. When you get to the United States and apply for a green card, you must repeat the medical exam. You got to repeat the medical exam with a civil surgeon authorized by the U.S. State Department, and you must recertify your vaccinations. That went into effect December 2nd, 2024. Now, you can call up any immigration attorney, and they may not even know that. They'll take your money, but they may not even know that. Just my opinion. I'm just giving out an opinion. On December 2nd, 2024, you must include a medical exam and a recertification of your vaccinations for your green card application. Okay? Forget about if or what or who or when in USCIS websites. USCIS website will confuse you. You got to have a master's degree in something to understand it. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you don't have a master's degree. You probably do. But if when you get to America and you apply for your green card, you go online and you look for a doctor, a civil surgeon authorized by the State Department to give medical exams. You pay the doctor, you set an appointment. The doctor will recertify your vaccinations, give you a 45-minute, 1-hour medical exam, re-sign the 693 and put it in a sealed envelope, and you will include that in your green card application. If you do not do that, immigration is going to send you an RFE, a request for further evidence. Where's your medical exam? Where is it? Okay? Boogeyman. Immigration will confuse you. You can spend all day in USCIS and get totally confused and make mistakes. But if you come on this channel, I will set you down the right road and you won't make a mistake. Yo te lo cuento. Hi, my friends. Happy New Year. I'd like to see you because you become so familiar after all that process with the K-1 visa. Well, look, I got new pixie dust, okay? I have got the K-1 visa green card, super lucky 2025 pixie dust right here. It's not blue, it's red. It's MAGA red, okay? So I'm going to sprinkle pixie dust over Boogeyman because he needs to find a civil surgeon to repeat his medical exam to include in his green card application so he gets his green card. There you go, Boogeyman. And I'm glad to see Yo te lo cuento. Francois Livingston. Good evening, Diego and Karina. Francois. Now, Francois, you got the medical exam all scheduled for Hamid, right? Now, Hamid was in the UAE, but he's from Morocco. And then Francois flew all the way to the United Arab Emirates, accompanied him to his scary visa interview, brought him back to the United States, and now they're getting ready to do their second medical exam for the green card. And the vaccination's got to be recertified. Scott Boyne, hey Diego, I'm sending the I-485 package soon. I read that there may be a discount for the I-795 if I send it at the same time. Look, you have to file the work permit at the same time as you file for the green card. And the price is going to be less than when you file for a work permit you come here on an H-1B1 visa, whatever, a work permit, you want to work in the United States, you got a degree or something you're a doctor, an engineer, a pilot, whatever. You file for a work permit and it costs like $400 and something, $500. But when you apply for a work permit as a green card applicant, you include the work permit application with your I-485, and the price is like $260, I think it is. I have to remember off the top of my head. But you pay for the green card $1,440, which includes the biometrics, and then you can throw in an extra $260 for the work permit. Okay? But you have to apply for the work permit at the same time as the green card because you are adjusting status as an immigrant. You're not coming in as a worker, you're coming in as a legal permanent resident. So the question is there a discount? Well, yes, it used to be free. But what you're going to do is you're going to apply for your work permit with your green card application. And it's going to be $1,004. This is how much it is for the green card and the biometrics. I'll write it right here. That's how much it is for the green card and the biometrics. And then I think it's another $200 or it's $260. I think it is. It's $260 plus for the work permit. Okay. And then you add those together, but double check me on the work permit. And then that's how much you write the check out for. And then you file your green card application. And here's Vinny Arquette. This is Vinny from Miami. Now, Vinny is from Miami, okay? And she just wants to be part of the live stream. So say hello, everybody. So, and Karina's going to handle Vinny. Now, Vinny's Arquette, okay? Vinny is short for Venezuela. And Vinny's middle name is Cara. So it's Vinny Cara. And Cara is short for Caracas, where Karina was born and raised in Caracas, Venezuela. Scott Boyne, file for your green card and your work permit at the same time, and you're going to get a price that I just put down there in the live stream. That's how much it's going to cost you. And who do you make the check out to? You make out the check to, right? These people right here. Right here. I'm writing the check out. It's right here. I'm doing pretty good without my glasses. And then I'm going to change that over here. That's who you make out the check to. U.S. Department of Homeland Security. In its entirety. Don't make an abbreviation. Don't abbreviate USDEPTHS, something like that. You got to write out the full word, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, when you make out your check. Do not pay for your green card or your K-1 visa with your credit card. Even though USCIS says you can do that, don't do that, because your bank, 9 times out of 10, won't recognize the charge. They're going to block the charge. Your green card, you're going to get a nasty letter from immigration saying we can't process your freaking credit card. Your green card's going to go into a holding file somewhere. Pay with a check or a cashier's check for your green card or your K-1 visa. Scott Boyne, I hope you got that. Is this true? Yes, it's true. It's less money to file for the work permit with the green card, but you have to do that. You can't file separately. You can't file them separately. Francois Livingston, am I allowed to fill out I-485 on behalf of Hamid? Yes, you can. If so, on page 23 of the I-485 Part 12, is that the part for me to fill out? Yes, that's the person that filled out the form. That's correct, Francois. You get a Mountain Dew salute. You are always top of the class. You have learned a lot with us over the last, 2 years? Mountain Dew salute. Good job, Francois. That is exactly correct. Francois Livingston, medical exam is scheduled for January 31. The civil surgeon called me yesterday with the date. Finally. Pixie dust for Hamid for his medical exam. Mountain Dew salute for Hamid for his medical exam. He's going to pass with flying colors. And make sure the civil surgeon fills out the 693, Francois. The civil surgeon in upstate New York has to fill out the 693, or his administrative assistant will fill it out. The doctor will sign it. They will put it in a sealed envelope, just like when you had the medical exam in the United Arab Emirates. What? Now, Vinny is, our cat is scratching at something. I don't know what she's doing, but she needs to stop scratching. Francois, good job, Francois. Frank Valdez, hi, everybody. What's going on, Frank? How's your family? How's everybody? And Tony Gamble, so cute. Hey, it's Venny. The cat is Venny. Venny Cara. That's the name of our cat, or Karina's cat. Venny Cara, Venezuela, Caracas. Francois Livingston, going to apologize ahead of time for my questions since you have already covered them before. Francois, you can't remember everything about green cards. That's what I do. I remember everything, okay? You don't have to remember everything because you're only going to do this one time and then you're done, okay? But I'm going to help. I've helped hundreds of people. And it's okay to repeat questions to me, okay? Don't worry about it. If you have a question and you need to know what the answer is, go ahead and ask. So for the work permit and the, let me see here. So when you apply for the work permit and for the K-1 visa, it's going to be $1,700. So you make out a check for $1,700. That's for the work permit, the green card, and the biometrics. Those are the three things that you're paying for, okay? Frank Valdez, good news. Melly's I-485 application just got approved 95 days from the date of her fingerprints, which is the biometrics. Well, Mountain Dew salute for Frank. And Francois said, Venny has grown. Yeah, Venny keeps eating. Karina goes to Walmart. Every time Karina's at Walmart, she's buying food for the cat. I'm like, how much food can this cat eat? But she keeps buying food. Mountain Dew salute. Vinny eats more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But then Karina, she helps our cat Rambo out too, who lives in the yard. So we got Rambo. Now he lives in the yard. He won't come in the house. He's a garden cat. And he keeps the yard clear because we live in Florida. I'm sure there's lots of rodents out there. So he keeps the yard clear of rodents. And Vinny, she just basically runs the house. Scott Boyne, that's what I read, that it was an extra two something. But when I looked up I-795, it was around $500. Yeah, what I just said. So yes, it is discounted. You are 100% right. You got to file the work permit and the green card together. Yeah, okay. And it's $1,700. That includes, and that's for an adult, not for a child under 14. Scott Boyne, this is for my Thai wife who arrived in the United States in late June of 2024. Okay. Well, we welcome her to the United States. My dad lives in Thailand. My dad lives in Chiang Mai. He married a lady. My mom died. He married a lady from Thailand. So he didn't come home. He's like, forget all this immigration crap. I'm living in Thailand. So he's been there 25 years. So good. So that's all right. You know, pixie dust for my dad. He's like 80-something years old and he's still rocking. Hopefully. I never got Frank Valdez. I never got a RFE for my I-693. Got approved. Good. Lucky for you. They gave you a break. Francois Livingston, the secretary told me to just fill out page 1 and 2, but do not sign page 2. That freaking secretary is lazy, Francois. That is Maximo Flojo. Flojo.
Mm-hmm.
Signora Secretaria in America is Flojo. Floja. Oh, that's femenino. Lo siento. Francois, that's lazy. Seriously. I paid for the freaking appointment for Karina's medical exam in Florida, in Pensacola. Part of that payment is the secretary fills out the paperwork, right? But you live in upstate New York, where they like to tax you more than they like to help you. Larry Piercy, well, K1 visa info online, outstanding. Well, what are you drilling for water? Francois Livingston, Diego, I missed your answer because YouTube cut in when you were answering my question about me filling out the I-485. You do that, exactly right. Francois, you sign as the person that as preparer, okay? You can do that. You're allowed to do that. Boogeyman, the website also says that you are not required to complete another immigration medical exam if you are a K1 visa holder, and you already complete. Well, you go right ahead and you follow that advice and see what happens. Francois Livingston went to the attorney's office today and did the house deed. Good. The attorney told me that it might take 2 months for me to get it back. 2 months to get a freaking house deed back. Karina and I went down to the government office here. I did a quick claim deed. I put her on the house and we got the title right there. Vinny, hey, I don't know where that cat is, but the cat is digging its way to China, I think. That's a long time, Francois. Boogeyman, also the doctor wants like $600, but it's going to be 3 visits to the doctor. Well, go do it. You have to do it. On December 2nd, 2024, USCIS says you have to do that. Mandatory. If you don't, you're not going to get a green card. Let me see here. That's crazy, Francois. 2 months to get a quick claim deed done on a house. You got to get the hell out of New York. I'm serious. The place is a dumpster fire. And not the people, the government. The people are great. I used to live in Staten Island. Boogeyman, break out your checkbook and write the checks to the civil surgeon. You got to have to repeat the medical exam. If you want the green card, that is. Francois Livingston. So I'm going to ask the county clerk when I go file if somehow I can get a certified copy that day I'm there. Yes. So you tell her I want it. I got to have it for immigration. This is for the federal government. The state of New York needs to get off their freaking lazy backsides and process that for you. Larry Piercy, Franny, you're getting fleeced. Francois Livingston, is it a quit claim deed I did today? Yes, it is. A quit claim deed is immediate. I filled out a quit claim deed for Karina. She was immediately put on the house. They checked her ID. They checked my ID. They verified who we were. They verified that we were who we said we were. And in 2 minutes, she was on the deed to the house. And then they printed it. Then I paid the $10. The problem, Francois, is that you live in New York State. That's the problem. Boogeyman already did 2 medical exams for the US. Okay, well, you're going to do another one so you can get your green card. We spent just $5,000 to $6,000 on a writ to get out of the DS 5535. You did good. It's frustrating to do a third time. This whole process is frustrating, Boogeyman. The K-1 visa process is frustrating. The green card application is frustrating. The spousal visa process is frustrating. That's even worse than the K-1 visa process. But you know what? You do what you got to do. Because when you get it all done, you can say, I got it all done. And you're with your loved one, right? This is, if this was an easy process, anybody would do it. Everybody and anybody would be filing for a K-1 visa, right? If it was easy. But it's not easy. It's very difficult. The US government makes it difficult. Why? Because they want to screen people, okay? And they want to make sure that this is a real deal. This is a real relationship you're in. This is the deal. Immigration, there's so much immigration fraud out there. There's so many people out there that try to steal a green card from a US citizen, or a US citizen brings a foreign national over for ulterior motives. So the process of screening is so strict. And when Trump is in office, day one, it's going to get stricter. Now, Trump isn't going to block you from getting a K-1 visa. He's not going to block you from your spousal visa, or your tourist visa, or your whatever. He's not going to stop you, but he's going to make it a very strict process. So he screens out the good from the bad. Boogeyman, you can do this. Go ahead and get that physical done. Okay, Joe, you don't have to repeat the vaccinations. You just got to get them recertified. You might be missing a vaccination, and the American doctor catches it. The U.S. civil surgeon goes, "Oh, you missed you like Karina. She had all her vaccinations, but they had to do another test, another blood test, or something that they missed in Colombia." It's a good idea, and you must do it. It's mandatory now to repeat the medical exam. USCIS is preparing for the Trump administration. Okay, that's what they're doing. And it's going to get stricter and stricter and stricter. Tom Shu, good evening, Diego and Karina. I'm going to New York City alone next week to visit my aunt's family. Okay, my partner's not coming with me due to work. Well, that's okay. Work is good. Work is what? Making money, right? And you want to make money. Tom Shu, I submitted my adjustment of status application by last October. I did my biometrics by the end of last November. May I ask what identity documents I need to bring with me just in case? But identity document. If you've done your biometrics, you've done. What are you going to New York City for? A visa interview? Are you Tom? Are you going for a green card interview in New York City? Is that what you're telling me? And you want me to tell you what documents to bring to your green card interview, or are you going to New York City for a vacation because you want to go hang out with all the New Yorkers? Why are you going to New York? Boogeyman, we talked to one of the lawyers. He got us more confused. Don't talk to immigration attorneys. Stay away from them. He said the medical exam is for people who got married on visit visa. That's not true. Or other situations, they must submit the medical, but with K-1. You must submit a medical exam with your green card application, whether it's a K-1, a K-2, or a spousal visa in the United States. And how much did you pay an immigration attorney to confuse you? If you've already got it done and it's not expired, he said it's good to go. Where is it? Where's the medical exam that's good to go? Do you have it in a white sealed envelope? Do you have, Boogeyman, do you have a white sealed envelope in your hand that's sealed up? That's your medical exam. Do you have it? To answer that question. If you already got yours done, it's not expired, you're good to go. We are literally outside the doctor's place, then confused and came back home. Do you have a white envelope with a 693 inside it signed by a civil surgeon, whether it's in Colombia or in the United States? I need to know the answer to that question. Adriano Moro. Diego, my fiance Diana finally came to the United States December 28th, 2024, and we got a marriage license. And on February, we will be married and I can adjust her status. Mountain Dew salute. Very good, Adriano. We are happy for you. That's good news. We like to hear good news. Francois Livingston, Diego, 2x2 passport pics? Yes. Need to be included in the green card package? Yes. The pics have to be current within 30 days. When you file for a green card, you got to submit passport photo pictures for the green card application. 2 pictures for your spouse and 2 pictures for your K2. But you don't have to include a picture of the sponsor. You do for the K1 visa and at the embassy, but the K1 visa, but for the green card application, the sponsor's not required to include a photo. But you got to put 2 pictures, 2 passport pictures in there of Hamid. And on the back of the passport photos, you're going to write his name in pencil on both pictures in pencil so they can read it, but lightly so you don't destroy the picture, and include the receipt from when you got the photos taken. So if you go to Walgreens or CVS or wherever, UPS store, you do the pictures, put the receipt in with the green card application so immigration can see the date that you took the pictures. It's got to be within 30 days when you file the green card, okay? And the same applies when you file for the K1 visa. So I was in Colombia with Karina, the K1 visa process. We went to the photo place in Bogota. We took the pictures. And then I flew back to the United States and processed Karina's green card K1 visa application in April of 2022. Whew, long time ago. And I put the pictures in a sealed and plastic Ziploc bag with the receipt from the place in Bogota, Colombia, where we got the pictures taken with the date on it. So when the K1 visa folks opened up the package and they saw the pictures, the photos, they saw the date the pictures were taken. They were within 30 days. But congratulations, Adriano. Mountain Dew salute to Adriano and your family. We're glad to hear that you are going to get married in February. And Francois, don't forget the 2x2 passport photos. They have to be within 30 days. Yes, Madriano. We live in Colorado, and we were going to send our package of adjustment. And we're going where you want to know where to send your so you live in Colorado, and you want to know where to send your green card application. Is that the question that you're asking me? Is that the question? Right? If that is, I'll tell you where. I'll give you the answer right here on this channel. So you don't have to look it up or ask an immigration attorney. But I need to know if that was your question. And I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just looking through paperwork. Right? Is that the question? You want to know where to send it? Because you live in Colorado. Right? Yeah. Okay, Adriana. Well, here we go. Here is now this is by FedEx, UPS, or DHL. You're going to ship it by courier service. You're not going to mail it with the United States Postal Service. This is the address only if you use FedEx, DHL, or UPS. You got it? Tell me you got that. So it's going to be to USCIS. That's the first thing. Let me see here. Colorado is right here. It's going to be to attention, adjustment of status. And then it's going to be box 20500. Let me make a space between there so you can understand what I'm saying. 2108 East Elliott Road, Man, I got these high caps on. East Elliott Road. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just writing an address, okay? Man, why does that keep doing that? East Elliott Road. Tempe. It's going to go to Tempe. You live in Colorado. It's going to go to Tempe, Arizona. 85284. 85284. Is that correct, Ms. Karina? 1806. So if you live in Colorado, you're going to use FedEx or somebody like that. Doesn't have to be FedEx. It could be something else. That's the address. You got it? Adriana, that's the address. USCIS, attention, AOS, box 20500, 2108 East Elliott Road, Tempe, Arizona, 85284-180-1806. Let me see. Francois, you got it? Excellent, Francois. Top of the class. Tom Shu, hi, Diego. I just plan to take a vacation in New York City with my aunt's family, Contia, Vacazioni Contia in Nueva York. Not for an interview. I just wonder if I encounter an ICE personnel, what should I bring with me to prove my legal status? Your I-94, your passport with your K-1 visa in it. But most importantly is your I-94. Because your I-94 is your temporary green card while you're living in the United States. Now, you all understand the process, right? The K-1 visa brings you to America, then it becomes obsolete once the plane wheels hit the ground in the United States. The K-1 visa is no longer viable. You check in with the Border Patrol, Customs and Border Patrol, and they issue you an I-94, okay? Right here, an I-94, I-94. You print 6 copies of the I-94, and you carry one in your glove box of your car, one in your jacket pocket, one in your back pocket, one in your front pocket, but you want to have at least 6 copies of the I-94. You're going to need it for the proof of your legal entry into the United States, because the K-1 visa is no longer a valid document. It's obsolete. You can only use it one time. You use the K-1 visa one time to enter America. Then you get an I-94, and what does it say on the I-94? You got 90 days to get married between this day and this day. So within those 90 days, you got to get married. If you don't get married within those 90 days, you get deported. If you get married within those 90 days, you become in status. You're good to go. You're in status. So then when the I-94 expires, by then you're going to have a receipt from immigration saying your green card is in process or your biometrics is being set up. You have your biometrics letter. You're going to have something to show that you are in a green card process. So your I-94 becomes your green card until you get your temporary green card. Now remember, your first green card is only good for 2 years. After 2 years, within 90 days of it expiring, you have to apply for a 10-year green card. If you don't do that, you'll get deported. If you apply for your 10-year green card too early, you'll get rejected. If you apply for your 10-year green card too late, you'll be deported. What a scenario. Tom Shu, thank you for explaining, Diego. I will bring a couple of I-94 copies out. Do I need to print out the biometrics appointment letter as well? Yeah, bring it with you. It's evidence of your legal status in America. The I-94 is first, okay? And the biometrics letter is a backup. And your passport also needs to be included. So those are the 3 things. If you fly to New York on vacation, you're going to have your passport, the I-94, and your biometrics appointment letter. And then if you get interrogated by the immigration folks, you just show them those documents, and they'll wish you a happy vacation in New York. And we're going to put pixie dust all over your vacation in New York City. You're in New York City or upstate. Now, the weather kind of sucks right now in upstate New York. It's kind of snowy. That's why we live in Florida, because we don't see snow here. If I want to see snow, I Google snow on the internet, or I go into Microsoft, whatever, Microsoft Edge. I look for snow online. Oh, look at that snow, how pretty. Look out the window, there's nothing there. There's beach that way, and there's trees that way. Francois Livingston, it's snowy and a bitter cold. Yes, it's bitter cold. It's Francois. Come to, okay, in Florida, okay, there's hurricanes, okay, in Florida. There's hurricanes, but there's earthquakes and a horrible government in New York State. And there's earthquakes and a horrible government and forest fires in California, you know. And in California, they got these terrible fires burning thousands of acres of land and burning down houses, right? And then the governor Newsom is like, well, I don't have any money. I got no money to help these people. Well, no, where did you spend it on? Where did you spend all the money on, Governor Newsom? On homeless folks, that you created the conditions in California where the economy sucks, everybody's homeless? Where'd that money go? Or was it on illegal immigrants, perhaps? You were funding all these illegals. And then California's broke. And then they have these terrible disasters and they wonder why they're broke and they can't do anything. They got no money. Thank you, Florida. I think the governor of Florida called up Governor Newsom, said, hey, I know you guys are broke because you don't know how to manage your money properly, but we're going to help you if you need help. Because we know how to do stuff here in Florida. We know how to manage our money and our taxes, which are very low, by the way. Hello, Vinny. Oh, the cat is saying hi to me right here. He wants to get in on the game, I think. I don't know. Come on, Vinny. There he is. She is. Excuse me. Here's Vinny. She wants to play. It's playtime for Vinny, okay? And she's a pretty cat, right? She was born in Miami, and her mama's name is Lady. Yeah. Ooh, Vinny. Okay. Now, so Tom Shu, I'm glad you understand what I just explained to you. The I-94 is your green card, okay? Your temporary green card while you're in America. It's cold and snowy in upstate New York. Well, we're going to get you to Florida, Francois. Larry Piercy, New York pixie dirt should be green for money. You have to pay. Yeah. Living in New York State, you got to pay. The government needs all your money. You give what? You give half of it to the government. It's a horrible place to live, in my opinion, because of the government. If you got rid of that communist government in New York, it would be a great place. You know, let's see what happens in election days, right? Tom Shu, thank you, Diego. Also, my passport expires by this July, so I figure I will need to contact the embassy of my country of origin and get my passport renewed. Whatever country you're from, there's a consulate in the United States who will renew your passport for you. Don't worry about that. Well, except for Karina. Karina, okay, she's from Venezuela. So there's no consulate in the United States because the American government kicked those commies out of the United States. And Karina, she got the hell out of Venezuela in 2017 and moved to Colombia. And she lived in Colombia for 6 years. And we dated for 2+ years, 3 years, and got married. So she went from Colombia to Venezuela to Colombia, and now she's with me. Chad, lucky for me, right? Yeah. So let me see. Karina, when her passport expires, well, by then she'll be a U.S. citizen. So, and hopefully Maduro won't be here. With Trump as president on January 20th, I think Maduro probably should make plans to leave Venezuela, go live somewhere else, in my opinion. So, Tom Shu, I will need to contact the embassy, right? The consulate or the embassy in the United States, probably in Washington. I also had a name change. Would the embassy accept the marriage certificate? Yes. As the evidence? Yes. As a name change? It's a legal document? Yes. You don't have to provide the green card with your married name on it, okay? The marriage certificate is all you need. That's all you need, okay? What should I do? Bring your marriage certificate to New York. If you're going to renew your passport, bring your marriage certificate and you can put it in your married name. Ren S. Question. I sent off my adjustment of status paperwork on November. The work permit received, but I used my 2023 taxes. Soon I'll file 2024 and my 485 application will still in process. So by the time USCIS is done with it, will it look at 2025 income for my case? They will look at your income that you provided in the green card application. They're not going to look at your income for 2025 because 2025 has only been in process for 8 days. So you have no evidence of income for 2025 unless you can get your boss to write a letter saying this is how much you make. But it's not enough time. You got to have at least 6 months worth of pay stubs to prove income. Okay? So they're going to look at your 2024 income. Okay, Rennes, relax. Francois, and now there's a congestion car fee entering Manhattan that went into effect last week. Yeah, Governor Hochul, whatever the heck her name is, Governor Hochul, she said if you want to enter Manhattan now, you got to pay, was it like $25 one way and $25 to leave? So it's a congestion fee. No, it isn't. It's an anti-capitalist fee. It's a communist intrusion on free market capitalism fee is what it is. $25 to enter Manhattan is going to stop people from shopping in Manhattan. People that live in New Jersey are going to just go shop in New Jersey. They're not going to shop in Manhattan. Manhattan's going to lose business and it's going to hurt their economy. That's because you got idiots running the freaking state of New York. Congestion is good. Seriously, it means money is flowing. The velocity of capitalist money, dollars, is flowing. If there's congestion, okay. If you don't like congestion, don't freaking drive. But if congestion is not a problem for you, Vinny, if congestion is not a problem for you, it shouldn't be a problem for the government. And the government shouldn't be sticking their noses in trying to control the free flow of dollars. And that's what they're doing. Hold on a second. The government of New York sucks. Boogeyman, get it done tomorrow. Thank you for your help. Boogeyman, get it done, man. Get your medical done, and you will get your green card without any problems, okay? And you're great. I'm here to help you. You can just listen to me, and you won't fail. Let me see. No, Diego, I do not have that, Diego. I only got vaccination record. That you got to get the medical exam done. Redo the medical exam. And Vinny, stop. Francois, can a beneficiary? Vinny is going to be deported from the office. Francois, can a beneficiary have dual citizenship? Yes. Does the beneficiary give up his or her passport when they become a U.S. citizen? No. You can be a dual citizen of the United States, okay? If Karina doesn't want to give up Venezuelan citizenship, she'll be a Venezuelan and an American passport holder. But it's hard to get a Venezuelan passport in the United States because the government of Venezuela is a communist dictatorship, okay? He's not even the president. The president of Venezuela is ¿cuál es nombre, señor Randolfo? Edmundo. The president of Venezuela is Indolfo Edmundo. Edmundo Gonzalez. Edmundo Gonzalez is the president of Venezuela, not Maduro. Maduro just thinks he is because he used his military henchmen to fix the election. And the evidence has been provided to the government of Panama. The government of Panama have all these printouts from the election. And so the government of Panama has endorsed Edmundo Gonzalez as the president of Venezuela. So did Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, which is surprising, the United States. So basically Maduro is irrelevant. He's an irrelevant. Let me see here. So Francois, no, you don't have to give up. Hamid doesn't have to give up his Moroccan citizenship. He can be a dual passport holder. Guy Trainer, good evening. I hope all is well. My question is, do you have any idea how long it will take to get a green card interview in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic? It depends month by month on how busy the embassy is. Okay. The Dominican Republic are providing K1 visa interviews, but sometimes some months are more busier than others. The average I'm seeing is 3 to 4 months is the wait time. Sometimes 6 months, but 3 to 4 months is the average in the Dominican Republic. Tom Shu, thank you, Diego. May I ask another question? Well, of course. After my passport is renewed, do I need to immediately notify USCIS of me getting a renewed passport? No, immigration couldn't care less. It's irrelevant. It's for you. It's not for USCIS. Okay? When you renew your passport, that's between you and your country of where you started from. Okay? You don't have to notify immigration. You do if you move. Now, if we move somewhere, I've got to fill out a form to immigration, and Karina has to fill out a form to immigration and tell them of our new address. Okay? If you move, if you're a green card holder married to a U.S. citizen and you move, the U.S. citizen has to fill out this form right here. Okay, let me see here. Where is it at? I'll tell you what it is. I got all the answers right here. I got the answers to all the questions right here. So let's suppose in Karina and I, we move somewhere, right? Well, then I would have to fill out USCIS form I-865. Sponsors change of address. Okay, now if Karina, Karina would have to fill out USCIS form AR-15. I think it's what it is, AR-15. So we both have to fill out. If you move, you got to notify immigration as a green card holder, U.S. citizen, and the beneficiary. If you do not, the American citizen can get put in jail, and the beneficiary can be deported. Okay, so be advised about that. So Tom Shu, you don't have to contact immigration with your new passport information. They don't care. You're in America. You're waiting on your green card. That's all they care about. Ren S. Okay, thank you. I'm studying for my exam next week. I take it, and if I pass, I'll make enough to be the sponsor of my husband adjustment status. Okay. Ren S. Mountain Dew salute for you for studying and putting forth some sweat equity into a new job. I'm going to put pixie dust all over your test for your insurance certificate. Okay, I know what it's like. I had to take a state exam for a real estate license. So I know it's hard work, but hard work pays off, right? Let me see here. So Ren S is studying for her insurance exam. As in 2023, I barely made the requirements. It's tough, Ren S. When the work permit is issued, does USCIS look at the sponsor's income? Yes, they do. You are right. Correct again, Ren S. Let me see. Angel Mercia. Hi, Diego. When should I file Form I-751? Form I-751. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? I'm curious to know why you would file that. The only thing you're going to be worried about is your 485, your 693, your 484 for a green card application. For a K-1 visa, the only form you got to worry about is the I-129F. And don't forget the G1145 if you want immigration to send you a text message telling you they received your paperwork. When should you file for I-751? What are you trying to do? You know, it's up to you. You put most forms are get included. All forms should be included with the green card application if you're trying to do something at the green card level. And you file it within 50 to 60 days of getting married, okay? Because 50 or 60 days is more than enough time to put your green card package together. Hit Chad Adjured. Hey, USCIS just took the payment for the I-485. When will my spouse receive the green card? Okay, it's going to take about 6 to 9 months. If they just took the payment, if the U.S. government just took the payment, okay, then you're going to wait for your biometrics, okay? Go to the biometrics, and then the green card process will commence after the biometrics. Okay, so Angel, when should I file Form I-751? So you're talking about way down the road when you're trying to lift the conditions off of a 2-year green card. That's what you're trying to do, right, Angel? When should I file Form I-751? 90 days before your 2-year green card expires. So Karina's green card expires in June of 2026 of next year. Her 2-year green card expires June of 2026. 3 months before June of 2026 is March, April, or May. So March, April, May, somewhere in there. March more is going to be when we do it. is when you file for the 10-year green card. You got to file 90 days before your 2-year green card expires. So you look at your 2-year green card. You're talking about the I-751. You're talking about lifting conditions, right? I've already got that paperwork back there for Karina, like this, 1 year's worth of evidence. What you're going to do is you're going to lift the conditions 3 months before the 2-year green card expires. Okay? Let me see. Hitchum. Based on a K1 visa, it's taken 6 to 9 months to get a green card after the biometrics. Aldo Intriago Bergman. Good evening, Diego and Karina. Wishing you a happy and successful 2025. And you also. I read that the National Visa Center had specific shipping dates to the embassies. They do every 2 weeks. It's every 2 weeks. Is this correct? Do you know? It's correct. You're absolutely 100% correct, Aldo. You get a Mountain Dew salute for being very intuitive. You are correct. It goes up, they go out in pallets. Okay, they ship them out in pallets. Red S, some cases get their work permits faster than some longer. Is it like that? K1 meaning each case is different. Yeah, each case is different. And also it depends on the workload too of immigration. Okay, immigration are working their tails off for you guys. Shiku, sorry, Diego, I am late. You're not late, Shiku. Nobody's ever late. When you jump on the channel, you are here. You're not late. You're here. Ren S, I need all the pixie dust I can get. Okay. There's more for you. You're going to do fine, Ren S. Tom Shu, thanks a million. You're welcome. You're welcome, Tom. Chiku, I received my biometric appointment for the 16th of January. When can I have my work permit? It's taken about 6 to 8 weeks now for work permits. So probably sometime in February. In February, you'll get it, end of February. And so does my exam, Ren S. Now, Ren S is in Texas, guys. She lives in Texas. Harold A. Hey, Diego, how long does it take to get a work permit? 1 to 2 months. Shiku, I'm late today. I missed this time. You're not late, Shiku. Nobody's ever late. You are detained somewhere else. Angel Marcia, lift the conditions on the 2-year green card. Yeah, that's what the form is for that you mentioned. You do it 90 days before your 2-year green card expires. Listen, Angel. If you don't lift the conditions correctly within those 90 days before your expiration of your 2-year green card, you're going to have problems with immigration. If you file too early, immigration will send everything back to you. They will reject your application. They may even keep the freaking money. If you apply too late, if you apply for your 10-year green card a week after your 2-year green card is expired, oh, I forgot, I was so busy. You're going to be deported. At the minimum, you're going to be in front of an immigration judge explaining why you are a week late in filing for your lifting conditions. You have a 2-year green card. It's probationary. Just pretend you got an ankle bracelet on your ankle and the U.S. government is tracking everything you do for the next 2 years. That's what it is. Immigration's watching what you're doing for the next 2 years. Seriously. They can come knock on your door. Hey, is anybody home? All right. They can call the neighbors up. Hey, do you know so-and-so? Do you know Karina Ross? Have you met her? It's probationary. Immigration says 90 days, within 90 days of your 2-year green card expiring, you got to lift the conditions. You don't renew a 2-year green card. There's no renewal on it at all. It's revoked at 2 years. It becomes revoked. So you got to make sure. Now, what happens is you apply for your 10-year green card within 90 days before your 2-year green card expires. And then you're saying to yourself, well, my green card expires in 3 months or 2 months, and it's going to take 6 months to get my 10-year green card. What the heck? I've got no proof of being here. My green card's expired. Well, the good news is your 2-year green card is extended for 12 months by immigration while you're waiting for your 10-year green card. Okay? So relax on that. Shiku, I received my 797C for my access code for my online account. Okay, very good. Angel Marcia, got it. Thanks, Diego. Okay, you're welcome. This process is easy. If you hang out with Karina and I, you're going to learn how to do this process the easy way. Or you can hire an immigration attorney and pay him or her $4,000 and say goodbye to your money. And then you figure out that this process was easy. And you're like, dang. And you're kicking yourself for spending the money. Right? Or you can hang out with us and learn how to do it for free. I give you all this advice for free. I got 10 years experience doing this. 10 years. It's a long time. It's a long time. Larry Piercy, Diego, why is your I-751 folder so thick? Because I have 1 year of evidence of Karina and I being together, doing stuff, bills. I've got 12 months worth of electric bills, 12 months worth of water bills, sewage bills, 12 months worth of gas bills. That's like that. And Karina and my name is on there. I've got 12 months worth of bank statements. That's like that. So that's like that. Bank statements, every month we get a bank statement. It goes into the green card, the 10-year green card application. I get white out the bank account number, the account numbers. They don't need to know that, but they can see where Karina's using her credit card. Karina goes to Walmart, buys food and buys milk and eggs and stuff. And her name is on the credit card. Here's the transactions for Karina. Here's the transactions for Diego. That goes into the 10-year green card application for the next 2 years. Actually, it's going to be 2 years minus 3 months. So immigration, when they get Karina's 10-year green card package, they can see that her name has been on the bills for close to 2 years. She's been a joint bank account holder for almost 2 years. We got this many pictures together over the last year. Christmas pictures, New Year's pictures for 2025. We went to the zoo. We went to the aquarium. We've been to Alabama. We went to New Orleans. We've been driven through Mississippi and Louisiana. We got pictures like this, at least 25 pictures. And we're going to have we got more trips coming up this year in 2025. We're going to have pictures. Then we're going to have another year's worth of bank statements and bills. And then that is proof of a longevity of our relationship together, commingling funds, living together. That's what you got to prove. Immigration don't take your word for nothing. And Larry, if you want to see Karina's 10-year green card package, okay, you're welcome to look at it. I mean, I know you only live an hour away. It's like that. For 2024. 2025 is going to be like that. So we're going to probably have a thick, big album for 2024 and 2025. It's going to be 21 months worth of stuff. If you take a look at it, you can see how to put it together for the 10-year green card application. And in that way, you don't get an RFE. Shiku, Diego, after my biometrics, how long before I receive my work permit? About a month. You have a serious job offer. Shiku, you're getting pixie dust all over that job offer. This is MAGA pixie dust, by the way, it's red. Okay? And you're going to get a Mountain Dew salute for being proactive and looking for a job. You're doing everything the right way. We're proud of you. Hitchum, you said it takes 3 months to get the green card because it's Chicago lockbox. No, it takes 6 to 9 months to get a green card, wherever it goes. There are 4 places that you can apply for a green card. There's 4 places. It all depends on where you live. Okay, we live in Florida, so our green card application, well, Karina's green card application went to Chicago. If you live in Alabama, it goes to Arizona. Tempe, Arizona. They just changed the location. Other places you can be, if you live in Texas, your green card application will go to Louisville, Texas. And there's another location is Elgin, Illinois. So those are the 4 places that you mail your green card application to, depends on where you live. If you want to know where to mail it, like I just put this information out for the person in Colorado. Let me see. It takes 6 to 9 months to get a green card as of right now. Chicago lockbox, it doesn't matter. Rennes, Texas, snow is coming to town tonight. Well, it ain't coming here. We're in Florida. Okay? We got this big sign up on Interstate 10 that says snow is not welcome here. So it never snows here. For 2 days. Okay, snowing for 2 days. Shiku, I need my work permit by the end of this month. My files were sent on the 19th of December. January will make me 1 month. Rand said it took about a month. You should get it. You should get it, Shiku. Larry Piercy, absolutely. I want to see it. Okay, no problem. Just let me know. Whenever you want to look at it, let us know, and I'll show it to you. Will your I-751 go to Chicago? No, it's a totally different address. When you file for a 2-year green card, it goes to those 4 locations that I mentioned. There's 4 places. Depends on where you live. When you lift the conditions off of a 2-year green card for a 10-year green card, they all go to one place, which is a different address. Okay? I'm trying to remember where it is. I will have that information for the next live stream. They lost Larry Pearson. They lost my I-864. That is why I got an RFE. Well, surprise, surprise. That's why you always make a copy of everything before you mail it off to immigration. Larry Piercy, will your I-751 go to Chicago? No, it goes to another address. I just can't remember where it is right now. Shiku to Hitchum, 1 month. Yes. Angel Garcia and Diego, much blessings to you both. Angel. There you go, Angel. Lots of pixie dust for Angel. Hitchum, I know people that live in Jersey, New Jersey, right? On the time it took 3 months to get a green card because it's fast. Okay, well, that's good to hear. But we live in Florida, and it took us 3 months to get Karina's. It all depends on the workload. Shiku, my job offer said I can probably start at the end of January. Okay. I really need this job. You'll get it. You'll have it. Larry Piercy, I had a copy. You had a copy of your affidavit of support. So you listened to me a year ago. You always make a copy of you. When you file your K-1 visa application to Louisville, Texas, Mr. Sponsor, U.S. citizen, you make 2 copies of it. One you're going to send to immigration. One you're going to keep at your house in America. And the third copy, you're going to bring it to your beneficiary's home country. So when I filed for Karina's K-1 visa in April of 2022, I made 3 copies. One stayed here in Florida, and the other one went in my carry-on bag. It's like this thick. And it's in my carry-on bag. I'm like, damn, I could think of all the underwear and shirts I could put in here instead of the freaking visa. And I got to Bogota, Colombia, and we went to our apartment, and Karina put the K-1 visa package. It was like 3 binders this thick, right, of stuff. And it sat in our apartment in Colombia while we waited for her K-1 visa to get adjudicated. I had one in Florida, she had one in Colombia, and immigration got the other one. The same is true when you file for your 2-year green card application. You make 2 copies this time. One for you and one for immigration. You send the original to immigration. All right? Let me see. Larry Piercy had a copy. Very good. Shiku, Diego, explain about biometrics for the appointment. It's very easy. This is how biometrics works, okay? You get to America, right? You get married. Your K-1 visa goes away. You get your I-94. You file for your 2-year green card and your work permit if you want to. You include the I-94 in the application. You get an appointment letter from immigration for your biometrics. When you apply, usually, most cases, when you apply for your K-1 visa, The sponsor schedules, or the beneficiary schedules, the biometrics and the visa interview at the embassy. All right, Colombia, we're not Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil, wherever, England, Australia, Philippines, Pakistan, wherever you are. But when you get to America and you file for the green card, immigration schedules the biometrics. Immigration sends you a letter to your address that you have on file with immigration that says, here's your biometrics letter. On this day, at this time, at this location, you're going to go and get your fingerprints taken and your picture taken and your signature. Okay? So that's the difference. K1 visa sponsor schedules the interview and the biometrics. But once you apply for the green card, immigration schedules the biometrics. And then you get the letter, CQ, for your biometrics, and you make sure you attend the interview. It's not an interview. Basically, you go into this office, you check into a TSA checkpoint, Homeland Security checkpoint. They take your shoes off, you take your belt off, they check you for whatever. You go in, you sit down, and then bring to the biometrics your marriage certificate, your passport, and the appointment letter. When Karina went for her biometrics in New Orleans, we had to check into this desk at the front, and the Homeland Security officer said, that, do you have your appointment letter? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yep, today's the day. Then we went in the elevator. We got up to the 5th floor, I think it was. We went through the TSA checkpoint, and Karina did her biometrics. And then we came back to Florida, and we just waited on her green card. So, Shiku, did that answer your question? What document? My name was changed. Bring that document. Yeah. Bring that with you. That's fine. Hitchum, I live in New Jersey. Okay. When do you think she will receive the green card? Payment was taken yesterday. As of right now, it's taking between 6 to 9 months to get a green card. If you can get it within 3 months, then that's great. But the average across the United States is 6 to 9 months. Hitchum, you said your wife took her 3 months to get her green card. Yeah, took her 3 months. We had a fantastic green card application. It was an excellent green card application. Why was it excellent? Because I put it together. I know how to do this, guys. And we did it when the workload was low at immigration. USCIS workload was low. Immigration workload was low, which means they had more people than they had packages to adjudicate. Now they got less people and more packages to adjudicate, so the time is longer. It's taking longer because they got less people and more paperwork to check. Once they hire new people and retrain them and train them, then the process will speed up again. Shiku, what document? My name was changed. That's your marriage certificate. Even though it's not on you, even though when you get your marriage certificate, it's going to have your maiden name on there for the females, ladies, the dames. It's going to be, when Karina had her marriage certificate signed, it was her maiden name on the marriage certificate. Okay. But that's okay, because a marriage certificate is going to have the maiden name on it. But what it really is saying is it gives the young lady a chance to say yes or no. I don't want to change my name. I do want to change my name. Karina changed her name to my name. Her last name is my last name. To Karina Ross now. How great is that? It's great, right? But bring that with you to the biometrics, the marriage certificate, the passport, the appointment letter. Those are mandatory documents you got to bring. Now, Karina, she had a military ID with her married name on it. So she didn't need the marriage certificate because she had a military ID with my name on it already. So she was good to go with that. Hitchum, my wife does like New Jersey. What should I do? The economy is so bad here. Listen, Hitchum. Property taxes in New Jersey are the highest in the entire United States of America. They're even higher than socialist California and communist New York. Okay, California, New York, and New Jersey, I believe they're in a race to see how much money they can screw out of the citizens of those three states. The government I'm talking about. New Jersey property taxes are insane. They suck. It's like you're getting robbed on the Transylvania, on the metro. Okay? If you don't like New Jersey, leave. Get out of there. What should I do? My wife likes New Jersey. All your roads are broken in New Jersey. So they're taking all this money in taxes from you, but they can't even fix the freaking roads. It sounds like Venezuela to me. Maduro, he likes to take taxes from people, but he doesn't fix the roads. In fact, in Venezuela, in the past, when there was a government in place that was conservative, that was intelligent, and had an IQ above a goldfish, they used to lay tarmac on the roads like this, right? When they retarred a road, it was like thick tar. Now it's like this. So the roads wash out after a couple of rainstorms. It sounds like you need to leave New Jersey. Larry Piercy, if you're a Republican, Shiku, move to Florida. Move to Florida or Nevada or Texas. Although Texas has high property taxes too, but not as high as New Jersey's insane. Hitchum lives in New Jersey. Okay, the property taxes are crazy. Now remember, I was a real estate agent for years, so it was my job to know what the real estate taxes were in each state in America, because people would come to Florida from different places and they'd ask me questions, or they want to relocate to another state and I'd find them a referral or whatever. So it was my job to know what are the taxes for real estate prices in all 50 states. I had to know. New Jersey is the worst. If you live in New Jersey or New York or California, please find another place to live until they get a government in there that's got an IQ that's higher than a goldfish. In my opinion, if you like California, New York, and New Jersey, then stay there. I'm not saying to leave. If you like it, stay. But personally, I'm going to take Karina to California on some military business, okay? Retired military business, but we're not going to live there. We're going to go and we're going to come back. Bye, California. Shiku, Larry Pearson, my wife wants to move to Odessa, Texas. Good idea. It's a good idea. Odessa, Texas is a great place to live, but the property taxes are about 1% point something. So it's a little high on the property taxes, but the cost of houses are very, very good. The price of homes in Texas are very good. Larry Pearson, oil. Shiku. With that, I've been talking for over an hour. I've got my Bob Lazar picture. Bob Lazar signed my picture right here. I don't know if you can see it. Now that is the dimensions and the engineering of an extraterrestrial spacecraft that Bob Lazar worked on in S4 back in 1989. And he drew that, and he signed it for me, and I put it up in a frame. Because I love stuff like that. I love this alien stuff. Okay, I don't like illegal aliens, but I like extraterrestrials. Because they're way smarter than we are, and their technology is so advanced. I wish we could get it. And Shiku, I want to update my social security number with my new name. Okay, you do that when you get your green card. How much do they pay for oil, Larry? Oil? Well, listen, Shiku, ask this question on January 20th, okay? Because right now, President Biden just signed an order to block all oil drilling in federal lands, in federal waters. Biden said, we are no longer allowed to drill for oil in federal waters, which is about 630 million square miles. That is the IQ, okay, of a dinosaur. President Biden needs freaking oil to convert it into gasoline so he can go on vacation to Delaware. But now he's just signed an order to block oil drilling in federal lands, federal waters. Trump's going to fix that. When Trump is president, the price of gas is going to go like this, down, very low, except in California, because the governor of California loves to tax the hell out of their citizens on gasoline. Larry Piercy, Biden needs a place to lay down. He needs to go home and retire to Delaware with his wife and relax and stop trying to hurt the United States, in my opinion. If you like Biden, that's fine. But how well off were you 4 years ago when Trump was president compared to now? Shiku, to work, Larry, in terms of salary. Texas is a good place to work. The income is good. The taxes are low, other than property. Texas, I recommend it. Nevada, I recommend it. Washington State, I recommend it. Even though the governor is a socialist Marxist, the tax base is pretty good. Okay, but the price of homes, I don't know so much now, but they're probably high because it's a Democrat-ran state. Florida, I recommend if you can handle hot weather and hurricanes. But if you like palm trees, sand, and walking on the beach, Florida's a good place to live. With that said, I'm going to check out and go and do something, go watch a video with Karina. We hope we entertained you today on the live stream for your Green Card K1 Visa channel. Larry's talking about Odessa paying oil people salaries. Watch the series Lawn Man. Larry gets the last word. Larry, if you want to see Karina's 10-year green card application package as of now, after 1 year, remember, Karina's starting her second year in America. So we got a binder of 1 year of evidence. Let me know, and we'll let you take a look at it so you can, and we'll help you with mortgages. And with that said, we will see you next live stream, which is, what's today?
Oh, yes.
So Saturday. Thanks.